Alexa, welcome to What the Fletch, week 4!
Let's get it.
Before we start, we want to say that next week's Q&A will be a little bit different. It's going to be more geared towards diabetes because it's Diabetes Awareness Month.
Feel free to ask us anything diabetes related. Any questions, nothing's off limits, and we will answer those next week.
We feel like we would like to address some of those questions or say anything in regards to that because I'm a type 1 diabetic and, you know, that's part of our life. So we're going to do that for next week.
It's good to know about it.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, we didn't say your name.
But a lot of kids who are diagnosed, or a lot of people who are diagnosed with type 1, they end up in the emergency room because not a lot of people know the signs and symptoms and things like that. So luckily, that was not the case for us.
We want to get the information out there. If you're struggling, we're here for you. Ask questions. Part of this?
I'm trying to hide my band-aid on my head, by the way, but I had something removed.
Yeah,
on
let's
my head.
address that first.
So there's a big scab there. So I don't know. So just in case you're wondering why there's a band-aid on my head.
All right, this is going to be a Spanish version. Here we go. Numero uno. I'm just playing. But number 1. Goes out to Pam. My mama. Hi, mama. She said, how come you're so cute? Aw. Grammy, Pammy. Aw. It's possible I came out that way. I think you would know better than I would. Maybe it has something to do with you guys. Or maybe it has something to do with just, I'm cute. What do you think, Harm?
Kiss me in favor, make you look really good.
That's true. Numero dos! Danny, which I believe is short for Danielle, asks, how do you continue to have faith in God? Something I struggle with. 2 things. I think I have an idea about what Harmony's going to say, so I will say the other one. For me, personally, I found that it was hardest for me with having faith in God when I didn't understand who God was. I think it's most evident for me in what I'm doing and daily and stuff like that when I'm like actively pursuing who He is, what He's doing, what it looks like, and having a relationship with God. And what that looks like for me is, you know, spend a certain time being quiet, just kind of chilling, talking, praying, being serious about, you know, whatever it is, you know, asking like, why don't I hear you? Or why doesn't it look like this? Taking the time to just address that in terms of praying and meditating. And the other part for me is like going online, watching like a pastor. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube now, and it's not just about like watching things, but it's about those people are educators. And for me, it's about learning. And what that does is I learn what the Bible says, how it's translated to now, and how it makes sense in the trends and ways things are happening now. And that's really helpful for me in terms of finding out who God is, what He's doing, what that looks like for me in my purpose.
For me, I think it is remembering, like looking back and remembering how God has been faithful during certain points in my life. So when I look back and think about like these impossible situations I was in, or really tough situations I was in, and how God brought me out, or remembering, you know, little miracles that God has done in the past, and reminding myself of those reminds me that God is faithful, and so I can be faithful. And then second, I think it's surrounding yourself with people who are positive and encouraging, and who are like
helping remind you.
Yeah, and just pushing you in that direction. I think that's huge. Like just having friends who like encourage us to in like our purpose is like huge.
Numero tres. Number 3 for my English speaking friends. Mario, my boy Chef Mo, what's happening? Would you ever open a thrift store? If so, what would it be called? That's easy. I've already thought about this. First of all, yes, I would. Harmony would tell you that she doesn't think it's going to be successful.
He would take all the good stuff.
The question is what I would call it. I think what we have come up with and would probably stick with is Fletch on Fleek. Yeah? Fletch on Fleek! You know what I'm saying? With a little exclamation point so you get excited when you see like, Fletch on Fleek? I'm gonna be on fleek today after I stop at the Fletch's thrift store. This Fletch is always on fleek.
Are you on fleek?
Yeah, you fly. Pole Source. Pole Source Jr. So what's your favorite color? Mine's blue. Sky's blue. Eyes blue. The sky's eyes blue. We love blue.
I'm not blued out today. But
No, but that's my favorite
I
color.
do like blue. But like favorite color, I think I just like neutral colors. Black. It's just what I wear a lot of. Black,
like
white,
your heart.
gray, beige. I don't know.
You like to keep a blank canvas for someone of a colorful personality to come on your life and just splatter color all over you. Last question's from Kira. What's up, Kira? The question is, what was the adjustment in going from non-parents to parents?
I think it depends on your lifestyle.
Pre-baby.
Pre-baby lifestyle. Because I had a lot of people tell me, like, oh my gosh, it's like, you know, you can't do anything. But we didn't really do anything before we had a baby. So everything we did do, we just brought him. And it was like nothing changed in that way. The biggest adjustment for me has been the sleeping.
Yep.
I was a sleeper before.
An avid sleeper. Professional sleeper.
I wasn't a night owl or a morning person. I was just
a sleeper.
I think we got a taste of it when we first got the Dexcom. Do you remember how much we woke up?
Yeah, because of the beeping.
Because of the alarms.
Well, I had the alarms on,
It was like as much as a newborn baby. So,
yeah.
Dexcom people know what I'm talking about.
Before we had a baby, it's not like we did a bunch of crazy stuff. The stuff that we did do, we basically just bring them along. Like going to thrift stores, going out to eat. I think that's probably bigger adjustments. We didn't go to movies all the time.
Yeah,
but we can't go to movies a lot. It's a little harder to go on date night. You just have to be a little bit more strategic with that. It just takes a little bit more strategizing sometimes, but it's not like you love it so much that it really doesn't even feel like it's that much of an adjustment. You just think in different ways.
It's also way more fun, so
yeah.
We don't mind it.
So the adjustment was have more fun, so
yeah.
How do you pass up on that? I'm Evan, and you're watching Disney Channel. We're What the Fletch. I'm Evan.
Harmony.
And this is Favor. We out.
Oh my god.